What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? As always, thank you guys for joining and tapping in. My name is Nestor Sanchez, and this is my business partner.
What is going on, guys? My name is Ryan Prendez, or Ryan the Crypto Guy. Thank you guys for tapping in. And like Nestor said, much appreciated.
Yeah, and we are the master nodes. So remember to follow our personal social media accounts to stay up to date with us. Mine is at Masternode1. My boy Ryan's is at Ryan the Crypto Guy. Make sure to stay till the end to hear about some additional resources that we will provide you guys to get more zoned into cryptocurrency.
Most
Now I'm gonna
deaf.
let my boy Ryan take it away.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about crypto news of the week. So this week, U.S. officials tie North Korea Lazarus hackers to $625 million crypto theft. So the U.S. Treasury Department came out on Thursday to accuse North Korean based hacking group Lazarus of being tied to the $625 million theft of cryptocurrency from Axie Infinity's blockchain back in March. For those of you that are not aware, back in March, someone exploited and affected the Ronin validator nodes for Sky Mavis, the publisher of the popular Axie Infinity game. Ronin was an Ethereum sidechain made for fast and seamless transactions with almost instant confirmation. Essentially, what Axie wanted to do is they wanted to set up a sidechain to avoid Ethereum's congestion, because what they were noticing was a lot of their players that were, paying to play with Ethereum were getting congested or waiting long times or paying high gas fees because of Ethereum's blockchain being so slow. So to counteract this, they set up a side chain to go ahead and allow just Axie Infinity players the chance to operate their game and pay for whatever they needed to pay for on the side.
Yeah, so is this kind of like the Lightning Network? You'd say, like, for Bitcoin, this is like the Ronin network, the side chain makes it faster, makes it more instantaneous. And I think that helps a lot for people who use Axie as kind of like a means of making money. I heard that people in like the Philippines, some other smaller countries that don't really use or that use the US dollar, they're actually playing this game to make money for their family and stuff like that. So you can imagine taking half their paycheck due to like gas fees or something like that. So I think this is a really good idea that they did, but it ended up with a exploitation that somebody ended up taking some money.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, yes, it can be compared to Bitcoin's Lightning Network. However, on Thursday, the Treasury Department added an Ethereum address to its sanction list. The address was labeled as a Ronin bridge exploiter, and at the time of verification, held over 148,000 Ethereum, which is like crazy to think about. The Ronin
Hmm.
Network said in a blog post that the FBI had linked Lazarus with the validator breach and that the Treasury Department sanctioned the funds. An Axie Infinity blog post said that we are still in the process of adding additional security measures before redeploying the Ronin bridge to mitigate future risk. And this will actually mark the first time the Treasury Sanction Office blacklist an alleged Lazarus held cryptocurrency wallet. What do you think about all this, Nestor?
So I obviously don't think this is a good thing in terms of cryptocurrency as a whole. 148,000 Ethereum is not some money to be laughed at. Each Ethereum is worth around $3,000. So you can imagine how much money they actually stole from the people using Axie Infinity. And like I said, these are people that are using that money to supplement some income, maybe make some side money, or even just to feed their family. So this is a very bad thing, but it's a part of the process. We're going to continue to grow. They try their best to patch these things, but it is decentralized, so there's no real way to just get their funds back immediately. They're going to have to go through all these steps like blacklisting and all this stuff in order to find out who the real perpetrators are. But I do want to talk about some different types of things we can use cryptocurrency for. As we know, it could be used to run a game, it could be used to be your own bank. You could borrow and lend cryptocurrency, but there's also other things that you could use cryptocurrency for. One of them being fan tokens, and that's actually what I'm going to talk about today. So, some NFL teams are actually testing the waters with crypto fan tokens. So, for those of you guys who don't really know what that is, a fan token is basically a token that you can buy um, using Chiliz network. I think their ticker is CHZ, and you're able to basically vote on certain things with your team. This, I know you may not have heard of this because it's really big in Europe right now. They actually use it for soccer teams and stuff like that. One of them being like Barcelona. They have some pretty good backing with these fan tokens, but NFL is trying to implement some of those fan tokens into their network. Actually, 13 NFL teams are announcing their partnership with this fan token. The platform that they're using is called Socios, and you could buy these fan tokens using Chiliz, like I was saying. Some of these teams are Los Angeles Rams, you got the Miami Dolphins, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, Pittsburgh Steelers, the San Francisco 49ers, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
While you're talking about this, I actually think that this could do really well in LA because I feel like LA is like the biggest space for cryptocurrency in the US besides like New York and Florida. Like it's only those three hubs that are kind of like taking over the game in terms of like, cryptocurrency transactions and everything. Like I think even just looking at like Helium's hotspot miner, a lot of like the focused hotspots are in LA, New York, and Florida. If that connects to like anything, you could see that there is a kind of
Like a correlation, right?
yeah,
They're like
yeah,
tech
yeah,
hubs, I feel. Like you
yeah,
even
yeah,
seen that bull that they did in Miami,
yeah. That was one of
that
the things. Yeah,
Bitcoin
when I
bull.
saw it.
Was pretty
Um,
hard.
and so I think that the LA Rams specifically could like kind of like push this out because with their whole new stadium being built and set up, like I feel like this is like a great opportunity for them to kind of like just take over the game when it comes to crypto.
Yeah, and it's actually both LA teams. So LA Rams, and then it's the Chargers, the LA Chargers, right?
You're from LA, dog. How do you not know this?
I don't watch football, to be honest.
Ah, devastating.
Anyway, so it's actually both LA teams and also the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So like those are the people that are front runners, LA, Florida, New York as well.
Yeah.
And you could see why they're taking these steps. I think it's like to more integrate cryptocurrency into, multiple aspects of our life, really. So but one of the things that happens right here in the US is because there's not really like I would say like very stable or strict laws when it comes to cryptocurrency and NFTs. They're not actually dropping these tokens yet. So, if you guys didn't know, the league announced a temporary ban on all cryptocurrency and non fungible tokens last September. But they loosened its policy in March to include sponsorship deals, but not specific promotion of cryptocurrencies. So you can't go up there and say, hey, Bitcoin's going to be the next big thing. But as you guys saw, there was crypto.com offering its platform services during the Super Bowl, right? So one of the biggest advertising platforms in the world, they were able to put themselves up there. FTX also did it too. So
Coinbase did
they're
it, which was oh sorry, but Coinbase did it, which is actually during that time was one of like the biggest like Super Bowl commercials talked about because it literally was just a barcode floating around the screen for like 30 seconds. That was it. And like
that's
people were just
crazy.
like, what the hell is this? Yeah, it was pretty insane.
Yeah, so like you're already seeing so much integration of cryptocurrency, but the laws are kind of iffy right now. So they don't want to, put a specific token out, and then the SEC is like, hey, that's not what you're supposed to do. We're gonna have to do this whole lawsuit. So right now they're kind of taking it step by step, but it's all about progression. Um, the deals are described by the teams as multi-platform marketing. So this could include like in-stadium advertisements. They have those huge banners. Stuff comes up during timeouts, whatever. It could also be socios-driven fan experiences. So such as meet and greets, signing stuff like that. But there haven't been any token drops. And like I was saying, this is because of the regulatory concerns that in the US specifically, like I was saying, they're already prominent in European soccer teams. They're in teams like Barcelona, Manchester United, Arsenal, PSG. So these are big soccer clubs that, not only does Europe have a stake in, but everybody, right? Everybody watches European soccer leagues. This is the biggest league, I would say, in the world when it comes to soccer. So big teams, and they actually have fan tokens. So you're able to purchase these fan tokens. If Barcelona was like, hey, thinking about changing the jersey, do you guys think it's cool? You're able to vote using those fan tokens. You're able to use those fan tokens for fan experiences. So these are a bunch of different things, and you could, of course, you could transfer and exchange value with those tokens as well amongst your peers. So these are actual utilities that these fan tokens can be used for, and it's just getting started. So they plan to be a part of more than just soccer and football. They're actually in talks with NBA teams as well. And they said that nobody that they've talked to is against the technology, but it's a matter of process, right? Usually nobody wants to be the first person in the space, but nobody wants to be the last person in the space. So they're definitely gaining some traction, especially because they already have these deals, and it's just gonna get bigger. Once they drop those LA tokens, best believe I'm buying some, right? See if they trade LeBron or something using these tokens.
Yeah, most definitely. You're seeing like a lot of partnerships with cryptocurrency exchanges. Like, for instance, speaking about the Lakers, you have crypto.com that bought the naming rights for the former Staples Center.
Mhm.
Recently you also have the Dallas Cowboys striking a deal with blockchain.com for the first ever crypto partnership in the NFL. And so you have like kind of all these things going on with sports teams. It's only like a matter of time before regulations loosen completely to the point where you could go ahead and go to a store inside, like let's say you want to go buy merchandise. You can go into the merchandise store inside of a stadium, whether it's at a Dodger game, a Laker game, a Raider game, a Rams game, uh I don't know soccer much, but a soccer game, oh, LA Galaxy game. You can go to any of these stadiums and you can go ahead and just buy your merch with cryptocurrency. So it's only a matter of time before that happens, which I see like could be happening within the near future.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about it like that. That enhances fan experience, right? Imagine if you're able to buy a beer using your fan tokens, and boom, now they're able to disperse it. Or during the games, they're able to drop some giveaways, right, of these fan tokens. So I guess that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of utility that you could use, during the game, while you're there, while you're going there, all these different things that could possibly be used for these tokens.
And this could actually lead to a huge like collaboration between a lot of sports teams, or really just like the entire sports world, if you think about it. Because let's say they utilize this Chiliz and Socios platform in like every stadium from soccer to football to hockey to even golf. If you really think about it, like it could really like connect everyone. The only problem I think I would not have with it, but I think may come across, is if like let's say you wanted to use it to like go buy a beer, to go buy a hot dog, or to go buy a jersey or something. You would have to probably tether it to the US dollar, or tether it to like a stable currency, because I don't know how fans would really feel if they like didn't, like if it wasn't like a stable currency.
Yeah, I think right now it's exchangeable amongst the Chili's token or
Yeah.
Chili's coin. But yeah, I think it's kind of like the Mavericks, they ended up accepting Dogecoin for merch, for buying tickets. And what I think they do is they immediately change it into US dollars so that there's no like slippage or no loss, in terms of the volatility.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah, I
that could
think
be lost. It could either be lost on their part, or it could be lost on the holders' part, which I don't
yeah.
really think that they care about the holders. But it's still a loss on their part, which is something that I highly doubt they would want. So just something like to consider. But I definitely do see this as like a great opportunity for a lot of cryptocurrency holders out there. And moving on to our next section, we're going to be talking about the top 5 crypto price points. So we have Bitcoin at 39,900, down 8% since last week. We have Ethereum at $3,000, down 5% since last week. We have BNB at $414, down 1%. XRP at 71 cents, down 6%. And Solana at $99, down 11%. So this past week, we kind of saw some disruption in the market. wasn't like the best of circumstances, especially for Bitcoin being down 8%. And what's weird, Nestor? Have you noticed like how strong of a correlation the other cryptocurrencies have to Bitcoin? I mean, I understand Bitcoin has like a huge dominance in the market. Well, not a huge, but like almost a majority dominance in the market. But like it's crazy to see like some of the coins, like when you look at their chart patterns, it follows exactly
Yeah,
like
almost identical, right?
yeah, it follows exactly like what that would have been like let's say it's like on a rise, you'll see the other cryptocurrencies on a rise, or if it's like falling down, you'll see other cryptocurrencies falling down. Like it's crazy like to see it.
I think one of the main reasons for this is because Bitcoin is the first. So obviously, it's going to be a huge indicator for other cryptocurrencies. But I think it's all because it's cyclical, right? So you have Bitcoin going in cycles, and these other altcoins, they usually follow this cycle as well. But sometimes they decouple. So sometimes Bitcoin goes down and alts, they just run. So sometimes it is directly correlated, and I think in times of like fear or super good news that affects all of cryptocurrency, they're directly correlated. But if Bitcoin is doing that super bad, then I don't think this always has that same effect with altcoins. Sometimes it is because Bitcoin is doing bad that alts are doing good. So they literally pull money from Bitcoin, put it into altcoins, and this is why they're kind of cyclical. They kind of rely on each other, but it's not always correlated. But hey, sometimes it is, and you can make those calls based on the certain atmosphere that we're in right now. That concludes today's podcast. As always, we appreciate you guys for joining and being a part of this. Remember to follow and subscribe to all of our social media accounts. We have Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, all of them at the Masternodes. Our visual podcast experience can be found on YouTube. Our audio podcast experience can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and all your other favorite podcast sources. As always, check out our website. It's going to be www.themasternodes.com, and subscribe to that email list to receive the latest and greatest cryptocurrency information.
And another thing we wanted to mention to you guys is our Discord. So our Discord is the perfect place to be if you guys have any questions on cryptocurrency. We always make announcements on there from news. We also bring up topics of discussion on like what we think about cryptocurrency at the time. If we want to talk about a specific coin, we'll go ahead and discuss it. If we want to talk about a specific event in the space, we'll go ahead and discuss that as well. So if you guys ever want to join our Discord, please feel free to reach out to us on the Masternodes, any of our socials, and we can go ahead and send you a link to that. That'll give you access to not only cryptocurrency investors, we also have real estate investors on there. We have NFT experts on there. We have finance experts on there. And even if it's not cryptocurrency related and you want to just join to be a part of a community, go ahead and send us a message. We can go ahead and send you a link to that Discord so that way you could be invited to our server. Another thing we wanted to talk to you guys about was a great opportunity to join a multi-million-dollar company. So we recently partnered with I Am Mastery Academy. I Am Mastery Academy is a great academy that one could utilize to learn how to get from A to Z when it comes to trading cryptocurrency. They also teach you what coins you should be adding to your position, and you're able to chat and learn from multi-million-dollar investors that are trading cryptocurrency on a daily basis. They send out signals if you ever want to leverage trade or if you ever want to add to your position. They'll send you out a signal letting you know when the best time to add to your position is, or they'll give you ideas on cryptos that you could trade in the market to go ahead and advance your portfolio. So if you guys ever want to join I Am Academy, just send either myself or Nestor a message, and we can go ahead and get you added to our partnership.
Absolutely, guys. Make sure you have a great day and choose kindness.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining. Much appreciated as always, and bless up.
Here at the Masternodes, we are not making any claims as to income you may earn. Before entering any agreement, please use caution and seek the advice of a professional advisor, such as attorney or financial advisor.
Please ensure your own research is done before investing any money into the market.